right, Khabib took to Instagram. He said, and I want to quote this right. He's talking to Justin Gaethje. In last 8 fight, you got finished 3 times, Justin. You had an opportunity to become champion, and you fell asleep. Islam is on a 9-win streak, 3 fight in 2021, all finishes. Just shut up and admit that Islam deserves this shot, not you. Now, what do we do with that, right? I mean, the number one thing that Islam Makhachev has is the blessing of Khabib. Khabib, for sure and without argument, was the king of the division, the best that there's ever been. People believe he is still the best right this second if he would just get off his ass and go in there and do it. So when he chooses to anoint somebody, it carries some weight. Can we admit to that? And Islam does need those things because nothing else that Khabib said makes a damn bit of difference. He just said that Islam's won 9 in a row. I hadn't the foggiest idea of that. Said that Islam's fought 3 times in 2021, all finishes. I had no idea. Are those things even true? I haven't double-checked them. We don't know who Islam is, and Islam has failed to be interesting. And the most interesting thing about Islam is what Khabib says about him. I would not come and talk to you guys about Islam Makhachev by telling you what Khabib said if Islam had said anything interesting himself, but he didn't. No. Do I argue that you need to talk your way into a fight? No, this is just the plight. Many people have to go through this. Justin Gaethje was in those same shoes, but he got through it. He took on Michael Johnson. He went and did the Ultimate Fighter. All of a sudden, everybody likes him and knows who he is. It's real simple. Islam's now on that same path, and doesn't matter that Khabib is trying to get Islam the fight over Justin. I don't know. This fight is real, and this fight is happening right now. And they're not looking to fight one another. They're looking to get the mandate through the press to get the contract opposite the winner of Poirier and Oliveira. That's what they're fighting for. And I think Justin perhaps thought that this fight was over. There is zero chance that Justin's going to acquiesce to Islam, and he shouldn't. Let's look at the rest of what Khabib said. Khabib said that Islam's won 9 fight and 3 this year and finished them all, and I'll take his word for it, because outside of Dan Hooker, I can't tell you a single person that Islam Makhachev has fought. And I trust that you're in that same boat with me. Does it really matter how many guys you beat? It's a tree falls in the woods. Nobody's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. But I mean, that adage is very real, right? You do have to, if you go beat 9 guys, and I watched them all and I didn't know it happened, if you finished 3 guys this year, and I watched them all, but I didn't know it happened, I don't remember it. I don't remember a single one of those guys. The closest I could get you on Islam was that Kevin Lee accepted a fight with him in Russia. Kevin got hurt, fight never ended up happening. Islam did look fantastic against Dan Hooker, a guy that I know, and Islam was in a main event somewhere and in the 4th round got a stoppage, but I don't know with who, and I'm not looking to be a dick about it. I don't know. The other side is what Khabib had to say about Justin, which is Justin lost a fight, but it was for the world championship. Said you fought for a world championship and you fell asleep. Well, that was against him, and it was a world championship. I don't really care if Justin got beat or not. If Justin is fighting guys like Khabib in main events for world championships, he's going to get a pass on what happened. I'm going to remember that. And I do. Justin is ranked higher. Justin is cranky about it. And if Justin and Khabib wanted to get in there and compete, and one of them wilted and said no, I would take that guy's side. Or I would take the side of the other, the willing participant. For some reason, these two don't want to fight each other. They want to both think that they've done enough to rest on their laurels and go and get propelled into the winner of Poirier and Oliveira. And quite frankly, if everything goes smoothly and nobody gets hurt in that fight, that's probably the decision that's going to have to be made. It's a little weird that they're not trying to fight each other, in all fairness. I've seen guys do this at 170 as well. They want to become the number 1 contender, but they don't want to fight Chimaev. Right? If you're not willing to, you see the problem? That's what steers it towards Chimaev. And I got no problem with what Khabib's doing. I'm just wondering, is he right to do it? Does it matter what the resumes look like? If Khabib wants the belt so goddamn bad, why did he give it up? And that's the other side of the coin. How bad do you want to see Khabib win this argument when Khabib had the belt and gave it up? He wants the belt back to his team. He wants it back to his people. He wants it back to Dagestan. He wants it for the honor of his family and for his gym. You had it. You gave it away. So how important is this belt to you, the very one that you gave away? And now you think we're going to go give it to your guy? If your guy's so goddamn good, why didn't you give him the opportunity? Why didn't you two guys fight? If you want to see him get the spot so bad, why didn't you come get it for him? It's a real question. It likely has a real answer, which is Chael, their teammates, is his mentor. We train together and help each other. We're never going to fight. That's fine. Go ahead and give me an answer. I'll accept your answer, whatever it is, but that's the question. This is so damn important to you, and he's so important to you. When you had power in the division, we got up in the loft yourself. Why didn't you leave the ladder down so he could climb up? Why am I just hearing about him now? And I've seen a number of guys try to do this for their guy. I do think that the way that Khabib is going about this is right. I do think that Islam owes Khabib a big thank you. I don't think we're having this discussion today. I think that Chandler closed the book on it. Or rather, Gaethje closed the book on it over the weekend. But Khabib has brought it back up. Khabib's doing everything right. He really is. Khabib is being very helpful to Islam. But the fact that I'm talking about Islam and I'm telling you what Khabib said, and then I'm talking about Gaethje and I'm telling you what Gaethje said, do you see the difference? I'm talking about Islam telling you what Khabib said. I'm talking about Gaethje telling you what Gaethje said. Do you see the difference? This battle is real. This battle is happening. I think everything's going Justin's way. Justin needs to keep his eye on the ball. And so many guys miss the media cycle. Gaethje did not. So many guys miss it. From the day you sign a contract until your fight, you're going to have opportunities. The week of, you're going to have your most opportunities, but then it's plus 2 days. Now, you can thank the Errol Helwanis, and you can thank the John Anik, and you can thank the Luke Thomases of the world, but they have Monday shows. On Tuesday, they move to what's next. On Monday, they will recap what happened. And fighters, as soon as they get out of the ring on Saturday, they are done. They're tired. They stay up too late. They party too much. They sleep or travel home all day Sunday. The last thing they want to do is revisit a fight. That's a mistake. You have one more day, and it is your absolute last day. And Gaethje maximized that. Gaethje did the media rounds. I don't know that Gaethje was calling out the winner of this fight quite as much. I think he thought he closed the book on it. Khabib has reopened that book. And just because I'm over here yelling with a vein popping out of my neck, it doesn't make me right. One of these guys has the better argument. Khabib laid out with his. Khabib wants this to be about records. I guess he wants it to be about finishes. I don't really get the relevance to that. Islam beat a whole bunch of guys. Only one of them I know who he is. And I watched all the fights. Does that matter or does that not matter? And it is purely about records. I'm asking you. I just want to know what your opinion is.